Ice to meet you.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and I'm playing another commander from Wilds of Eldraine. It's Hylda of the Icy Crown, one of 3 evil queens from this set. Hylda is all about tapping down your opponent's creatures, which means that this deck is chock full of icy manipulators and similar snowy cards. In fact, this deck really gives your opponent the cold shoulder by turning their creatures sideways so you can draw cards, put +1/+1 counters on creatures you control, or make elementals. Hylda's got a very strong ability that rewards you for something that you want to do anyway. The best part about this deck, you want your opponent's stuff to be sideways so you can attack in or to stop them from attacking you. The worst part, you can't really tap planeswalkers. Okay, you can actually tap planeswalkers, but it doesn't help you to tap planeswalkers because they can still be activated. So in this deck, we're running a good combination of creatures that tap, spells that tap, some artifacts even that tap, a couple enchantments that give us payoff for tapping things, and planeswalker removal. Because planeswalkers are a pain in my butt, and as much as I can try to turn them sideways, Hylda will not get me anything, and they can still have their abilities activated. You might notice by looking at this deck that there's also an awful lot of Teferis in here. Well, yeah, one of them actually taps your opponent's stuff. One of them's just a fantastic card to have, and the other one actually gives you the mana on your next turn, that untapping 2 lands, to then tap your opponent's stuff down again. It's really nice. Some of the standout cards in this deck aren't just the payoff cards like Sharae, who draws you a card when you're tapping your opponent's stuff once each turn, but also cards like Kelpie Guide, which are both ramp, untapping your lands, and tapping down your opponent's stuff, or even tapping down other things you might happen to control. We also have some payoff for tapping our opponent's things down, because then we can exile them, because the Wandering Emperor exiles tapped creatures. And we have repeatable tappers like Frost Titan and Talim's cycling ability. We actually have a large number of cards in this deck that have 2 mana, tap down an opponent's creature at instant speed, and draw a card. I actually cut some of them because there were so many in the deck, and some of them are even better than that because they come with Scry. Plunge into Winter has Scry 1, and Hithlain Knots, same exact thing. You get the Scry on top of your already nice tapping ability. So this deck is a bit of a tempo deck since you need to stay ahead, keep your opponent's things locked down, and then get ahead using Hylda's many tokens, counters, and card draw. So we'll take Hylda into the queue and tap down a card or 2. Smeagol, Helpful Guide. He's just a helpful little guy who's going to kill his own creatures in order to be tempted by the ring. Smeagol's a very cool card because it cares about lands. But whose lands? Their lands. Lands that they're actually getting from my deck. They take my lands when they're tempted by the ring. Ooh, ring temptations, ring temptations. So many things here. What do I want to tax for 2? A Nazgul, maybe? Soul Transfer? Let's hit the Nazgul. That's the easiest way for them to become tempted by the ring. Just holding the memory lapse. Don't mind me. Want to throw your commander on top of your library. We saw that they didn't have any other lands in hand at that point. They may have found some by now, though. They do have removal for Hylda, which... that's fine. Here, have a Hylda. If you would like to spend this turn exiling her, then that is just what's gonna happen. No land, though? No land, though. Good. Oh, no, a land. Naming white. Scrying. Flooding. Cyclonic Rift sounds good. Solitary Sanctuary is not going to do very much against this might. This mighty might. It's Hylda! Hey, Smeagol. You want to get tempted by the ring? Dang, Skippy, you do. If they attack with a Haywire Might... oh, well, they made it into a, They made it into a ring bear. I was going to say, I'm probably not going to block it because I don't want them to get tempted twice. Go ahead and tap that down so we can pay the 1, get a little bigger, and get a 4/4 elemental. I love getting elementals. I'll flip over the Invasion of Gobakhan. And I'll sit here on my Wash Away. So Haywire Might can remove one of these. That is just a thing they can do, and that will also trigger Smeagol's ability. Ooh, Anduril, Flame of the West. How important is it to me? To counter that? Not very. I think I'm actually more likely to just bounce the Smeagol here. Because now, even if they do sacrifice Haywire Might, they won't be tempted by the ring, because Smeagol's not there to see it in end step. They're going for the Light Shield Array. They'll sacrifice it in response, not that it does much. We have a Kelpie Guide. Boop, boop. Kelpie Guide, since we do have 8 or more lands, is actually able to just straight up tap our opponent's creatures down. Such a great card. Ow, rude. No. No counter spells? Yes, counter spells. No board wipes. Never any board wipes. Destroy Anduril. Attack for about 9. Leave this here so we can tap things down, buff up our board, or maybe even draw a card. Win the game. GG, Smeagol. Will, Scion of Peace. Hello, Will. Will's going to be gaining life. And by gaining life, he'll be discounting his blue and white spells. This is the counterpart to the Rowan deck. But I think Will is a lot harder to get working. Just an unfortunate side effect of, well, blue and white and gaining life being a lot more difficult than just hurting yourself. I pay the 1, but I want to see what you've got in that hand. There's their life gain. A big board wipe to Fairy, Narset. To draw some cards with this deck. See, they do have a second blue source. What? Narset. Would you like to play Will? Will he is? Will he is? Elvish Mariner. Mixing up my blue and white. Already have a 5th land. Tap that Will. We can just untap him. They'll take advantage of that vigilance. No. Bringing out Hylda. Does she get countered? We don't know what the mysterious last card is that they have here. Sure, removal for Will. We tap Will. I pay the 1. And we make an elemental. Build up that board. They have gained 1 life and drawn 1 card. Would you like to block? Or am I flipping over that Invasion of Gobakhan? It's not flipped yet. Elvish Mariner, by the way, this is a Lord of the Rings card. It's a weird one. I don't believe this is one that you see very often, but it does have a scry, and it does reward you for scrying. Oh, board wipes! Great! I guess I won't be doing all that much building up the board. This can get me some indestructible. we're going to throw you here, and you here. Yeah, we have the ability to survive a board wipe pretty nicely. We tap. I will pay 1. I'm going to use that to draw a card. I really don't think I need more creature tapping. I feel like this person's not going to have that many creatures. Sure, I will tap Narset again. They can't tap their will in response. It's a sorcery-only ability. That's really the limiting factor of these cards. Oh yeah, and just to gently encourage them to use that board wipe. Will's in jail. Will he is. We crack open our light shield. Oh, Farmer! I can't wait to turn you sideways with all of my various abilities. Die? No. I'll pay the 1. I'll scry. Kraken's kind of cute. I'm actually looking for maybe like a counter spell. I don't need to tap anything else. Elvish Mariner. Let's just go for more card draw. Oh no! Look at untapped. We're gonna use Narcolepsy because it's funny to tap it again. Keep on scrying, milady. Draws me a card. Draws me a bunch of cards. No. Counter magic. That's a land. I don't need to tap any more non-lands. Mariner, please stop. Whenever I hear Mariner as a name, I just think of Star Trek Lower Decks now. Oh, hi to Fairy. Are you tucking one of my creatures? Otherwise, this is going to be lethal. Oh.
We need to move quickly.
No, they're drawing. Well, that means they're gonna die. Maybe they'll have settled wreckage, but doesn't look like it. Sorry, Will. It's time for the tappers to win. Our opponent's not playing Brawl Zarek. They are Brawl Zarek. And they're playing Topplegeist, Dire Overlord. I do like, though, how they're getting into the bit. I like the Brawl Zarek and the Brawl Zarek. But they are werewolves. And wolves. Like this. It's a good wolf. And this wolf likes it when you cast big spells. Let's get down Pippin. Pippin's pretty good at helping us protect our other creatures. And Topplegeist's good at drawing them cards. Also flipping it from daytime to nighttime and transforming any of the non-daytime, nighttime werewolves. They swing in? Definitely not blocking. Pippin is here to be our brother of runes and defend Hylda and our various other creatures. Get our scry in here. I'll name Blue. Scroll of Isildur. That seems cool. Let's hold my Fateful Absence. Weaver of Blossoms. Got some ramp. I'll take out that Weaver. Give them a clue. And take 2. Oh, look! An artifact! How convenient. It's my clue now. If they play a creature here, it will be stunned. I'll let you draw a card, though. In a way, you also let me draw a card. Boop, boop. And I'm going to make sure to set an upkeep stop, so I can eat this clue up before this is sacrificed. Rhythm of the Wild, stopping me from countering their future creatures. Aw, Entangled Florahedron. With haste or with a +1/+1 counter? They went for the +1/+1. Crack that clue. Okay, Cyclonic Rift. Elvish Mariner. We draw 2. Nice. I'll tap that Tangled Florahedron. Pay the 1. Get a 4/4. And I'll swing in with these 2. Bye, Sigardian Evangel. Hope you like blocking. Ooh, they're tapping for 1. And it's a great henge! Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a pretty good henge. They still have 3 mana left. Are you gonna bite my Pippin? Protection from creatures. Bye, Pippin! They won't want to attack in here. Perfect. Ooh, a Verity Circle. Gives me card draw. Or just Sharae. Let's go for Sharae. Tap down Tovalor. Draw card off Sharae's ability. Pay 1. And I'm not thinking Buffins? More 4/4s. We're up against a creature deck. More 4/4s. Everybody in. Two, 4, 6, 8 mana available. Sorry, 9. I forgot about the Tangled Florahedron. And doubly uncounterable Toski with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Ooh. You draw a card. They have blockers. But what use is a blocker if it's tapped? Sure, let's get some +1/+1 counters this time. Bounce the Tangled Florahedron into hand. Blockers aren't real, and they can't hurt you. Can't counter that because of Rhythm of the Wild. That said, it's still not that good of a blocker here. It can take out Hylda, but then they would die. It could take out a 5/5, and they wouldn't die, would they? Wait. No, they're dead. They're just dead. I got rid of enough blockers. They're dead. No way to survive. GG, Tovalor. And a fine awoo to you, too. Hylda! Hi, Hylda! Look! Same commander! It's Hylda versus Hylda. It's time to get a little bit tappy. I feel like there's going to be a lot of you play a creature. No, you play a creature. No, you play a creature. You play a creature. Because both of us need creatures to tap down to get our abilities. I think I'll be the first one to play a creature. This Dream Shackle Geist. Or we could go for Gadwick. Yeah, I want to draw a card. that a mana tithe? That's a 1 mana ability. You have a mana tithe, Hylda. Yeah, I will go ahead and start playing creatures. I want us to actually play a game and not just sit there staring at each other. So behold, Gadwick, the Wizened. He attacks. And I'm actually just gonna sit here. Since I have Tail's End, and I have other things. Oh, Narcolepsy. This is like the funniest card because it untaps and retaps the creature. It's the best one with Hylda. I love it. Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. Yeah, dude, tap the Narcolepsy. Classic Hylda. Alright, I've got 5 mana now. Hey, Hylda, would you like to come out and experience the great tapping of Gadwick? Tail's End. I tap your Narcolepsy. Is this the tithe? We know that they have something that costs 1 mana. Either it's an ability. Nope, it's tithe. Okay, here comes Hylda. But Hylda can't pay the 1. You know who can pay the 1? Me! Topplegeist, get out here! I'm going to go for drawing a card. Faraday Circle. No. Ooh, a land. I could seal her away. Yeah, I'll just use seal away. And I'm going to attack in. I'm bluffing having a counterspell here, and that's totally fine with me. But Gadwick will continue to be a narcoleptic, and we win the game. Because we have established ourselves as the Tappin' Superiors. Ashiok, Wicked Manipulator, exiles from the top of their deck instead of paying life. I have the ability to tap non-land permanents with this hand, and maybe even tap a creature, make it lose its abilities. Merfolk Trickster, classic card. There's actually a lot of Merfolk and Spirits that tap, and I wish that I could run more of them in this deck. Oh, a rat! I will play Esper Sentinel. And I will give the rat Narcolepsy. And Narcolepsy is a really good card in this deck. Because it just repeatedly taps a creature. We make our rat do the little tap-tap dance. Hopefully they can't sacrifice it, but if they can, that's fine. I should probably also tell you guys the rest of what Ashiok does. Ashiok is pretty versatile, but cares about cards being put into exile, and has an ultimate that can mill out your opponent by putting things into exile. This rat's gonna be so sideways. I love the little rat dance. Yay, look at the little rat tap. Isn't it cute? Rat-a-tap. Gaunty puts a card into exile, one of my cards, and steals it! Now, a lot of my cards are actually not that good in a vacuum, but they could get something really strong, like Teferi, or they could get something really weak. We won't know until we see it happen. I kind of like getting down a creature here. Let's go for Skyclave Apparition. Exile the Gaunty. Doesn't get me my card back. I could have actually waited until we saw what this was, because if it was a permanent that costs 4 or less, we could exile it, and then we would have gotten a token when this leaves. Yay! Oh, look! It was Teferi. You should untap the rat. Please untap the rat. Yeah, I think they're gonna do it. I think may as well attack with the rat though, because it's getting tapped again. I'm out here having fun. I'm out here having fun with my rat-a-taps. So I don't have the mana right now to pay for Hylda's abilities. But she could still vibe, hang, chill, whatever. Oh, a Baleful Mastery. That's not a land. Yeah, get tapped, rat. I'm having fun. On a scale of gray to white, how Gandalf is this deck? Gray. This deck is, as you can kind of see in here, got a lot of creatures in it. It's hard to build only around creatures, though, because of just kind of the low power of tapping stuff. So we are supplementing with counter spells, and specifically the Teferis that help out this game plan. Not all of them, but it's definitely some of them. We'll get him. I could hold up a memory lapse. Try and slow down that Ashiok. Probably a good idea. Versus playing the Mariner to tap things down. I want to say we're running like 5 counter spells and 3 Teferis. It's all the blue-white Teferis, none of the mono-blues. What are you doing with all that mana? I'm a little frightened by the, great amount of mana that they have available here. They still have 5 left. Ashiok's on top of the library. Call of the Ring! Is the rat going to be their ring bearer? I love that for them. Oh, Rextune Reclamation! Do they even have creatures in the graveyard? Not yet. It's still this rat. This rat, which they keep untapping. Stop untapping the rat. I'm gonna draw a land. Ready? A land. I lied to all of you, and for that, I'm so sorry.
I've seen that one before.
You know what? When they untap this rat, and we know they're gonna untap that rat, we're gonna tap it again with Callum. That will draw me a card and shuffle an extra Callum into my deck. It's not a spite tap. No, I'm stopping myself from getting more poison. Hi, Ashiok. It also gets me closer to maybe getting a land. They did not make 2 tokens off Ashiok. That's still not a land. I promise you, there's a good number of lands and MDFCs in this deck. Ooh, they get a 4/4. Finally, more creatures for me to tap. Skyclave Relic. Even more mana, and they do have the ability to draw some extra cards each turn. And Ashiok draws cards by putting them into exile or into their hand. I like how this ring is actually getting pretty high up. Still not a land! Ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha Guess what I found? You know what? You don't need to guess. It's a land. That's right. I've done it. I've finally found another land. I'm killing my own Teferi. I wish I could also play Hylda here. I know what I'm doing though. Topplegeist. Pillar. Untap the blue. One snow, one non-snow. We get to tap this straight back down because we have all of the types that we need in our graveyard. Putting a Planeswalker in our graveyard worked. They play another creature. Guess what I can do? I can tap it. If they plus Ashiok. Aww. Poor baby. I don't think they'll go for ult since they don't have the win yet. Not going for the tokens at all. They just need to pay enough life until they can win the game. Oh, hi, Craig. Iron Craig. I tap your already tapped creature. It remains tapped. We draw. Oh. It's steel. I don't have anything that takes out Ashiok. So sure. I'll steal your, or I'll turn this into a 2/2 forever. That's what it is. Now if the rat dies, they don't proliferate. Proliferate. We did find lands. It's so tapped. Speaking of things being so tapped, I have like options of how I want to tap stuff. No, the rat's now super tapped. A good rat though. Pass to attackers. This one is actually a tapped attacker, so it can't attack. Can't attack her, can't attack him, can't attack any of us. Yeah, we squiggled it. I know, if Hylda did not get exiled right near the start, she could be out here giving us so much value. How many cards? Alright, they have 12 mana worth of cards in exile right now. Hi. Cool. Keeping Teferi away from ult. That's smart. Blood on the Snow, destroying all creatures. Aww. The poor narcoleptic rat. You brought this back. No! I sideways your rat. Here's Hylda. Go to their turn. And I make a friend. Bam. This rat's going to sleep forever. Our ring is about to fire, by the way. Our replicating ring. Mana issues will be a thing of the past. Ooh, processor. So processor, they can actually pay up to 27 cards. Which is great for Ashiok, because that should be enough to kill me. Should. If they pay 27. Aw, yeah, baby! 82! I don't have 82 cards left. Nice. And also, good game. Use that -7. In response, I tap this. Start of our next turn, we draw, except we can't, so we die. Oh, hi, fellas! Good game. Talion the Kindly Lord, the scary fairy who draws a card and makes you lose 2 life when you cast something that meets their criteria. And their criteria is a number. That number is referring to the cost, the power, or the toughness of the things that you're casting. Almost always it's going to be 2 or 3, kind of depending on what you're up against. Sometimes you could just name something that appears on your opponent's cards. Like, they could name 3 because Hylda has 3 power. Or they could name 3 because they think I have a bunch of 3-cost spells. Or they could name 3 because they think I have a lot of things with 3 toughness. Really, it's up to them. Oops, wrong side of the card here. Blue and black and Ironcrag. They'll be able to get out their commander next turn. Well, I'm gonna ramp too. Blue. Heuristic study. I guess we could be study buddies. But without any creatures to tap, I'll just take that out. They didn't play a land last turn, so if I wanted to be really petty, I could also hit the Ironcrag. Here we go. Come on, play Talion! You name 3. They do name 3. Yes. This costs 3. That's fine. You know what else? I'm taking your Ironcrag. For reasons. Normal reasons. Normal people stuff. I'm also going to curse Talion to be ever sideways. Not so scary now, even though you will be drawing lots of cards. Probably have a good amount of counter spells, kill spells, and other sorts of spells that happen to be in Dimir colors. I'm Narset, who stops me from drawing extra cards. Scroll of Isildur does draw me cards on its 3rd chapter. Probably be swinging at Narset because of that. Talion's already tapped. But now stunned! Does not untap and retap. Swinging at Narset. They've got the Celestus here. If I play Hylda, they will be drawing a card. And that's fine. Yeah, actually. So, when this hits Chapter 3, they will get this back. but it will be equipped to my creature. So they'd have to pay 3 to put it back on their creature. Okay, well they still need to pay 3 to get it back on their creature. But that's not as fun. Oh man! And I don't get to draw an extra card. Dang it, Narset. I guess if I had done that before, we could have killed Narset. We would have gotten our extra card draw. Rude. Nice Emperor Flame. Boop. Hylda's back. Stop. And just for that, I think I might draw a card. Yes, very good. Let's stay away from the 3 drops, maybe. Ooh, Tamio's Completion. Makes things lose abilities. And not untap. This is tapping Planeswalker removal. Believe it or not. You have 3 mana. And no islands or swamps in hand. Baleful Mastery. Exiling Hylda. And I draw a card. Replicating Ring will let them get another card. I accept this. I've been hurting myself more than I've been hurting them. Do you have other creatures in your deck? Look! Look, it's a creature! Yeah! Get out of here. Yes! Very good. Get back out of there. Bye, Narcolepsy. You were really fun. Esper Sentinel. Swinging for 2. Boop. Time to be cheeky and ask. Do you pay the 1? I don't think they do. They could flash out the Fairy Mastermind there. Then they could draw cards too. Oh, no, wait. That was only my first card drawn this turn. They have re-ramped. Even if it was only a little. Ugh, I miss when the Iron Crag was ours. We should get that back. They have 10 cards in hand, so they have to discard. Bringing out Loran. Hitting the Celestus. I can Tamio's Completion the Iron Crag just to cut them off. I'm gonna play Teferi, who slows the sunset. I'll swing in. I don't really feel like I need to be plus in here. More fun to plus with Hylda out anyway. Which of these would I want? Jawari Disruption, Sharae, or Bitter Chill? Let's take the Jawari Disruption. We know they're having mana trouble. Even if it only taxes for 1. Still something. Hi, Talion! Do you name 3 again? Did you totally transform this? Pass to attackers, none of those. Great! Talion is tapped. Oh, Topplegeist could tap some more. Time of Ice could tap some more. I'll swing in with all my little guys. And I will cast Time of Ice. Ice Bane. Their hands already fill, so let's overfill it some more. And then I'm going to untap this, that, and you. Here, you can draw again. Excellent! A beach! Yeah, enjoy your card draw. Do you have enough of it? I feel like I'm just like pouring slop into a trough, but the slop is card draw. Hi, Sheldred. No, I'm actually done with having you draw cards. It was fun, though. We could Tameo's Completion the Sheldred right here, right now. I like it. Let's go. They could have a counterspell. It could just be Fairy Mastermind. I would say, like, do you pay the 1? But, like, no. You want me to lose life. We countered to Drown in the Loch. That Sheldred's going sideways. And I'm getting +1/+1 counters. All of them. Yes, more! But you know, I was actually going to untap your creature so I could tap it again so I could get more +1/+1 counters. Or was this already lethal? Oh, 3 + 3 + 3 is 9! We won! Nice! A Yara, sacrificer of black creatures, drawer of cards, and drainer of life. Yara's pretty cool. And she taps herself, which means that it's harder for me to tap her. But I will still certainly try. Also, going to figure out what my cat is doing on the field. No, what are you doing? Ooh, Bitter Blossom. Spits out little critters every turn. Princess Kitty Butt. I'd say Bitter Blossom is one of the best cards with a Yara, since you gain the life back that comes out, and you can sacrifice them to draw cards. This is my kitty. Her name is Scraps, and she's a little love bunny. Not right, girl. You my little love bunny? Mwah. Mwah. Yes, wow, you're so cute. There's nobody paying attention to you. I'm paying attention to you. This is my cat, Scraps. Scraps McGee, cat detective. Master perver. Fuzzy bunny. She says she's not a bunny, but she is a bunny. Just look at her. Is this not what a bunny looks like? Big ears. Little nose. Fluffy tail. Transmogren's Crowns, allowing them to draw even more cards. Nice. And this cat is throwing her tail in my face. Thanks, girl. Love that. I'm going to play Dream Shackle Geist and Topplegeist. Topplegeist isn't actually doing anything here, but Dream Shackle Geist is. We are going to make it so a Yara doesn't untap. Bye, Scraps. Thank you so much for the fluff. That was really cute of you. If we block here, they draw a card. 2 cards, right? Yeah, 2 cards. Fell Stinger. They could sacrifice this, draw 4 cards. 2 from the Fell Stinger's ability and 2 from the Transmogrant's Crown. Hello, yes. Goodbye, Topplegeist. assume they'll put the crown back onto their creatures. Got counter spells, got exiling spells, got all sorts of spells. Let's get rid of that Bitter Blossom or that crown. Let's get rid of the crown. I think it's fun to fight an army of fairies. As much as it does, you know, drain me every turn. A Heartless Act. Counterspell. I'm using that Dream Shacklegeist for stuff and reasons. Hellstinger swings in. I'll block with Loran. Ooh, whenever they gain life, I lose life? Okay, yes, I see. Allow me to gain some life.
I am almost sad to see you go.
And I tap your fairy. You wouldn't possibly gain life, would you? Boop boop.
That's that.
I lose 2 life, thanks, Yara. Then Pure Rights lets them sacrifice. And they're unearthing the Fell Stinger. Whoa! Unearth! I'll be honest, I forgot Unearth was in Arena. We tap a creature. We pay the 1. We do our best. Try not to die. Ow. Oof. Owie. Bones? I have no blockers. They swing in for 2 in the air. The Fell Stinger can certainly attack too. I'll block with the elemental token we made. I'm about to die. At the start the next turn, I die. Because they make a snake! And Ayara says, "Oh, a snake!" And kills us. GG, Ayara! Savarok, the Usurper. Wow, I've never actually played against this guy as a commander, have I? No! I have played against it once. It's self-mill. You put stuff in the graveyard. It took me a while. So Savarok cares about number of cards in a graveyard and can transform. I will name blue. Cost 3 to transform. Seeks creatures and puts them in the graveyard. And in green, just gives trample. Okay, cool. I'm just looking for land. Is this a dude from Baldur's Gate? Yes, he is. I want to say he's one of the bad guys. Get big, hit face. That's an honorable thing to do in Magic. Get big and hit face. Hi, Saravok. I guess it's Savarok before Saravok. I'm sorry your name is hard for me. I'm not good at names. I'm also not good at lands. Hello, Saravok. You are a 3/3. Ooh, self-mill. Okay, they put 3 cards into the graveyard. All of them are land, so 1 goes into hand. And a Skull Prophet who can mill 2 each turn. There's no creatures in the graveyard, so nobody gets a buff. Hit for 3. Boop. Land? Oh, land. Excuse me. Land? Hey, I found a land! They're like, thank you? You're welcome. Let's play Hylda. Please don't kill her. They might. Skull Prophet, would you like to mill? You're so good at it. If I, like, block and kill their creatures, they will also go to graveyard. They specialize into green! He's now a 4/4, and he has trample. And also did discarded Smeagol! Oh no, Smeagol! Alright, Tevin, I respect this. I respect the beats. Yes. Sorry, I got excited. I'm gonna tap stuff. Ooh, what am I tapping? I'm tapping the commander, I think. It's definitely the biggest dude of these. He gives trample to the other stuff, though. Oh, right. He was already tapped. That's why we don't draw. That's fine. I don't mind. I'm mostly in not die. I have many other tap abilities, such as you or you. Why can this Teferi refund half of its mana cost? That's silly. Untapping an artifact and a land. 2 mana, 4 loyalty. No, Hylda! She's dead. Bye, Hylda. They get a land. We do have 2 of 3 Teferis in this deck in our hand. Does Skull Prophet get the buff? No, the Blanchwood Prowler does. It's like, roar, I'm a 2/1. Fairy who slows the sunsets. I will untap this. And I will tap you. And I will untap you. Oh, hey, we found the Ginny Jin again. Check out their hand. Exile a card from it. Cemetery Tampering. Conrad. Sheldred. The One Ring! Ugh, the One Ring and Sheldred together. Gross. I hate it. I'm going to try and kill the Skull Prophet here. This will give them more buffins. But also it gives me a clear lane to attack the invasion of Gobakhan. How much do I care about the Teferi dying? Not a lot. Hi, Sheldred. I have to sacrifice. I'll just sacrifice him. You were going to attack it anyway. To Ginfinity. And beyond! Frost Titan. Stay frosty, children. Draw a card. Negate. Boo! Cemetery Tampering is pretty sweet for filling up the graveyard. Same with Sir Conrad. But they might go for the One Ring. No, they're going for Cemetery Tampering. Nice. We have 3 cards in graveyard. They need 8 to transform Sheoldred. Who's getting a buff? Terravok is. I will block and trade. Sir Conrad will say, oh, how interesting. And do the thing. Oh, I love how the commander leaving the graveyard also triggers Sir Conrad. That's very Conrad. Excuse me, Sir Conrad. You're a bit of a troublemaker. Oh, Merfolk Trickster. Keep that Sheoldred tapped. We do not draw a card because it was already tapped. Get our +1/+1 counters. More cards in the graveyard. Is it time for the One Ring? First, Sir Conrad. And then, no One Ring. I really just, I don't want this. Okay. I have...
I've got it.
I have the desire to get a little tiny bit more damage. Just don't have it. I do have more taps, though. I've got Callum for taps. Still not 20 or more. Still not 8 or more. Sir Conrad could totally kill us. But not by attacking. Because he's going to be very sideways. Oh, wait. Things are going to leave the graveyard with +1/+1 counters on them. Vorinclex! That's going to be 2 more triggers for Sir Conrad. They could also activate 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, Sheoldred. Ow. Oof. Not a creature. Not a creature. Sorry, man. That's 1. We'll sacrifice, I don't know, a Merfolk Trickster. 1 more. And a beautiful close game. Nice! It's cool to see a commander that I don't usually see. Terravok, who fills the graveyard. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. As always, if you'd like to watch me record these live, come on over to twitch.tv/Amazonian. It's my main channel. I'm playing a ton of Magic over there. It's a lot of fun. There's a chat room, so you can say things and I can be like, yeah, you just said things. I hope that you liked this deck. I think that Hylda is a bit of a challenge because you want to balance both actually using Hylda and just playing Azorius Control. Whereas Azorius Control is super good and powerful, it's also no fun. And I'd rather play stuff that taps stuff. As I mentioned in the intro, this deck does really poorly against Planeswalkers, and that's just the thing you have to accept about playing a deck that's focused on creatures when your opponents are oftentimes playing Planeswalkers. I had to cut a lot of Atraxa games out of this. Not 7 mana Atraxa, 4 mana Atraxa, because they were all super friend stacks, and sadly, I have some Planeswalker removal, but I don't have infinite Planeswalker removal, and it's hard to deal with infinite Planeswalkers. Thank you so much for watching this, though. I hope you liked the video. If there's a commander you would like to see, please let me know in the comments, and have a brawlful day.